Ever wonder why some towns have a full-service hospital, but every small village has a corner store? It is not just random. There is a clear method to this geographical organization. In central place theory, threshold and range are two essential concepts that explain how and where services and businesses locate themselves in a landscape. Threshold is the minimum number of people needed to support a service, and range is the maximum distance people are willing to travel for that service. Walter Christaller, a German geographer, developed central place theory in the 1930s to explain the patterns of urban settlements and their surrounding service areas. He observed that cities and towns were not randomly scattered but formed a hierarchy based on the goods and services they offered. The concept of threshold ensures that enough customers exist within a reasonable proximity for a business to be profitable. For example, a small local bakery has a relatively low threshold, needing only a few dozen regular patrons to sustain its operations. However, a specialized heart surgeon requires a much larger population base, as the specific demand for such a service is far lower. The range, on the other hand, defines the maximum market area for that service. It is the farthest distance people are typically willing to travel to obtain a particular good or service. People might readily travel 100 miles or more for a unique medical procedure or a highly specialized university education, indicating a very wide range. Conversely, they will only travel a short distance, perhaps a few blocks, for everyday necessities like bread, milk, or a simple coffee. These two concepts are intricately linked, as a service must have both enough customers within its threshold and a valuable market area defined by its range to survive and thrive economically. Different types of goods and services inherently possess vastly different thresholds and ranges. We categorize these as either high order or low order. High order goods, like luxury cars, high fashion apparel, or specialized professional services, demand a large population base to meet their threshold and often command a wider travel range because of their infrequent purchase or unique value. Low-order goods, such as basic groceries, household staples, or simple fast food options, have low thresholds, meaning they need fewer customers, and consequently, people are unwilling to travel for them. This natural distinction leads directly to a hierarchical arrangement of settlements, from small hamlets offering only the most basic services to large metropolitan areas, providing an exhaustive spectrum of goods and services. Understanding threshold and range helps us see why some services are everywhere and others are rare. For instance, a small convenience store needs only a few dozen regular customers to stay in business. Its range is very small, perhaps just a few blocks. Conversely, a major professional sports team needs millions of fans within its broader regional range to fill its stadium and support its operations. Businesses consider these factors when deciding where to open a new location, aiming to meet the threshold while staying within the typical range of their target customers. Consumers also implicitly apply these concepts when deciding where to shop or seek services, weighing convenience against the necessity or uniqueness of the offering. These concepts also help beautifully explain the nesting pattern of central places. Imagine a network where a larger central place not only provides all the goods and services found in smaller central places, but also adds its own unique, higher-order offerings. This creates an efficient spatial pattern, often visualized as a series of interconnected hexagons on an idealized uniform plane. This hexagonal arrangement minimizes the average travel distance for consumers and maximizes market access for businesses. While the digital age has certainly modified our understanding of distance and market area through online shopping and advanced transportation, these fundamental principles still profoundly influence modern urban planning, retail strategy, and the distribution of public services today. So, by grasping threshold and range, you gain a powerful lens to interpret the organized complexity of urban and rural landscapes. You can better understand why cities grow where they do, how services are distributed, and why your local supermarket is exactly where it is. It is all about the delicate balance between what people need and how far they are willing to go to get it.